is a very specialised role, that defensive midfielder. Is that something that came really naturally to you?
Yeah, I think so. I think since I was little, of course, one coach has to put in that position and explain. But since I was 12 years old, I just started learning about this position. Of course, in this period, you change sometimes because in my case, my physicality wasn't very big as it now, so it changed sometimes. But yeah, I was in my head, I always been that my best position was a holding midfielder. So yeah, I always try to learn about the best ones and trying to understand the game.
It's quite unusual though, isn't it, for a young kid to grow up, instead of dreaming about scoring goals, dreaming about being that defensive midfielder in a team?
Yeah, it's like this because we all want to enjoy football and enjoy football, scoring goals, assists, playing forward. But someone has to do the bad job in the sense. But I enjoy doing this stuff. I think football I see in many directions: defensive direction and the offensive one. I start in the first time of my career, I start enjoying this side. Not always a good one, a nice one, but it's good when I feel I get out of a game and I say, okay, I recovered 15 balls. I was solid. I stopped 3-4 counterattacks. It's the key of my role into the team, and it's what I feel I'm most important for the team.
So is that how you assess your performances on maybe recoveries or tackles or interceptions?
Yeah, it's a big part of my game because, as we all know, we have a huge talent in the team with great players that play offensive. We all are offensive players, but the defensive side is I think is even more important, and it's what gives us the credit the last year and this year to be solid and to avoid counterattacks, to play in their pitch, to be solid at the end, because the teams are built from the keeper. So that's what I think, and that's what I think is my big part in this team.
As you say, it's a very specific role. Others do it in the Premier League as well. What do you make of some of those others in your position, players like Kalvin Phillips and Declan Rice? Do you look at them and study them and learn from them?
Yeah, of course, always knowing that we're different players, such different players. We play the same position, but it's not the same role. We play, for example, Fabinho or me or Declan Rice or Phillips. They don't play the same role. Depends on the team, depends on the way they play, and the physicality, the conditions. I'm a very specific player. I know how to play my best football with my conditions. And I think the best part of a footballer is to know yourself and know how to be a better player every day.
How much influence has Pep had on your game? For example, what was his reaction when you fired that ball into the top corner against Everton? Did he put an arm around the shoulder and say, that was fantastic, but don't forget you're a defensive midfielder?
No, I mean, I think you guys know how is him. He's always in the bad moments, and in the good moments he left to enjoy the players. He's always in the back scene and try to help when the things are not good. Of course, we all enjoy when we score goals and when we succeed and we have victories. But he's always paying attention on when the team is gonna drop and to be there to improve. And he's never is relaxed. He's trying always to improve. And even though you can score a goal in the net, that he's gonna say, okay, yeah, but the chance before you miss or whatever, So he's like this.
Who's your most difficult opponent in the Premier League? The player that's caused you the most problems?
I don't know. I cannot tell you one player. I think there are lots of. In general, my business is not easy to face. The good strikers, the wingers, people that normally are faster than you, stronger than you. So I try to deal with these situations. Always try to learn before the games the quality of the players and trying to study them. But I cannot choose one. Of course, there are top players in the league, and they show. We saw every game in the league that any player can make a difference, even no matter in the team that he plays.
Away from football, you've completed a degree. Are you a deep thinker? Are you a student of the game?
I always said I study because when I wasn't professional, it was my first choice. So you never know. And then I realized I could be a footballer, and I didn't want to stop studying. So I finished my degree. But I do it as a kind of rest, like avoid or travel my brain into another stuff and do other things. So it's sometimes it's healthy for your brain. To think in other things, because football sometimes is very demanding, and so for me it was good. I knew a lot of people, interesting people, so yeah, it was nice.
Business administration and management, I think, was the degree. So when you finished playing football, could you use that as a role within football, maybe as a manager or a sporting director? Is that something that's in the back of your mind?
Yeah, it's always been in my mind. Of course, when you have formation, you are more prepared to do these kind of things. You never know. I don't know what I'm going to do when I retire. But for sure, I'm going to have this tool or these tools to manage myself or do whatever I want to do, build whatever. And I will have the formation and the quality to start moving. Of course, it's not. I don't stop there. I know I need more formation, and when you just go into the business side, you need to keep going, because I just do the first step. But you never know. Let's see when I finish.
Brilliant. Thank you very much for that.
Thank you, guys.